Okay, you're at this train station out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and there were several people, a couple of miners together, probably three of them, four of them, and they had been drinking all night and waiting for the train to come by in the morning as well. And so they're about 3 sheets to the wind, and one of them came on over and he started talking, and we conversed a little bit. He knew a few words of English, and I stumbled along in my Spanish, and he became quite the friend. And it turns out that when we boarded on the train the next day, they didn't want to let him on the second class or first class area because they figured he was just an itinerant miner. It turns out the guy was pretty well off because he was up in first class. Raul. Anyhow, we about 7 o'clock, the daylight and so forth, and it turns out the person comes in, and you can see him over there. He opens up the ticket window, and people start getting in line right away. And I said, well, we're supposedly have tickets waiting for us. And so sure enough, he got it all together, and before I could go up and walk to the front of the line and get my ticket, he comes and opens up the window and calls out my name. So here I am in the bowels of Mexico, unbeknownst to anybody else, only gringos in the whole place, and he calls out my name. He's got my tickets waiting for me. What a deal.
Such a deal.
Yeah. Anyhow, we went ahead and got the train. It was kind of a neat ride, unusual. The train winds up the side of the mountain and drives along the rim of the Copper Canyon, which is quite huge. But anyhow, by the time it gets into Chihuahua that night, we were late, and we had another scary ride. It was a train station. Since it's a different different railroad, there's a different train station.
Oh.
So where we come into the Chihuahua station, we're looking around, and I says, well, where's the train that takes off from here to Mexico City? Oh, that's not here. That's it on the other side of town. It's a different line that comes down out of Texas. Oh, shit. So anyhow, this is the third. That was the third leg, and the fourth leg was the next. Hey, we got a taxi, and he says, oh, we got to hurry. And so he took off. We got one of those tours, and it was dark by this time in Chihuahua. And he was making right turns through gas stations and in one side driveway and out the other side. it was kind of true. You just sit there, and all you could do is just smile and say, okay. Anyhow, we got there, and sure enough, they were all set, no problems. And lo and behold, as it turns out, they started selling the tickets, or started ticketing for the trip into Mexico City, and they said, opened up the window and called out our name again. They had the tickets waiting for us.
Good travel agent.
Oh boy, tell me about that. We couldn't believe it. You just can't understand. Wow, how could all of this get taken care of? And don't forget, this is back in the 70s. This is 50 years ago.
Yeah, in Mexico.
In Mexico. Anyhow, we got on the train, and they asked, and we went up to the dining car to get something to eat. And we looked at the menu, and Linda says, well, I'll have the chicken. And I said, well, I'll have whatever the Mexican special was. Okay. And waiter comes back in about 2 minutes, and he says, oh, we're all out of the Mexican special because we're picking up a train that's already come from the border. Oh, okay, well then I'll have the chicken. Okay, so he takes off and goes on over, comes back 2 minutes later and says, we're all out of chicken.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and just tell us what you have. I forget what it was, but that's what we had for dinner that night. Anyhow, they changed the stations, the railroad, one more change in Aguas Calientes, but our ticket was straight through on another, so I didn't have to re-ticket. And that's where I learned where they serve fresh fruit at the railroad stations. They stand just outside. You can lean out the window and buy fresh fruit. There was a guy slicing pineapple, and they said, "Oh boy, that looks good. Let me have one of those." And he asked me if I wanted salsa on it, and I thought he was putting me on. And I said, "Sure." They covered it in salsa, a big slice of pineapple, and covered it in salsa.
Well,
It was pretty good.
I'll bet. Now they make pineapple sauce.
Yeah, right. Anyhow, by the next morning we got into Mexico City, and you get off the railroad there, just a giant mob of people naturally, and everybody gets off of the same loading dock and goes down the road.
Like a big Union Station
That's it.
kind of place.
Exactly.
Is this where the conference was Mexico City?
No, Acapulco.
Oh, that's right.
So anyhow, we went ahead and started that way, and taxi driver was right there. And he says, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" We said, "The bus station. You got to go to Acapulco." Oh, he knows right where it is, and he grabs both bags, and he takes off almost on a dead run. I mean, we had to virtually run to keep up with him as he's heading to the exit of the station and load us in his taxi. Whirlwind drive-through to Mexico City. Now that bus ticket I had to buy myself. That one where they couldn't make reservations for. But it was one bus ride right on into, and it again, the connection was unbelievable because within the hour we were on the bus heading towards Acapulco. So I get to Acapulco, come out. Where are you going? Princess Hotel. Okay, come on. He grabs this is another taxi driver. He grabs the suitcases and runs and puts them in his car. Then he opens the door for us to get in, and we get in, and he drives and through this downtown Acapulco, and we know it's on the outskirts, so we know it's going to be a trip. So, and he's right here and left there and right here, and then pretty soon he stops and he pulls over to the curb. He opens up the trunk, gets our suitcases and puts them both on the curb, and then opens the door for us to get out. Like, what? We're still in downtown Acapulco. And it turns out that he isn't permitted to take taxi to the Princesa Hotel. He has authorization to take passengers to the certain limit. So he got us that far. And within 5 minutes, he had another taxi there that was able to take us to the...
Oh, that's funny.
They give you a start when all of a sudden they stop and
Drop you
unload
off
you
in the middle of the street.
So anyhow, we got into the Princesa Hotel, and that's where you'd think, oh, well, we've made it, we're here, we've done it. That was not quite. It's still a story to come.
Let's do this.